We'd been planning this summer trip since the previous winter. I had been struggling to find the right way to camp. We rented RVs and cabins, and they were nice, but they don't get you into the backcountry that we wanted to explore. I've used different types of tents too, but they take me way too long to set up. I caught on to hammocking last fall and found quite a growing online community evangelizing its benefits. They're lightweight, quick to set up, very comfortable, and relatively inexpensive, so I thought I'd try it. I bought this gear for us. We had 2 hammocks, one for me and one for Gabe. We each have a bug net. We got 2 different types of bug nets. We had 1 tarp, the medium range rain protection tarp, and 2 sets of tree straps. They're all from Eagle's Nest Outfitters, and the reason I bought those, they were a bit more expensive, but they seemed to support had the largest weight ratings, about 400 pounds for each hammock, much more than any other brand. And I found weird colors on their clearance site that no one else wanted to buy. I also picked up a basic Snow Peak cook set from REI and some sporks. The kids picked out their colors. Other essentials included a headlamp, carabiners and cordage, 2 knives, a saw, and a hatchet, which isn't shown here. We also, of course, had sleeping bags and food. All this stuff actually fit into my old JanSport backpack that I've had since I was a kid. Gabe, my oldest, 9 years old at the time, and I wanted to do as much as we could on this week-long trip. We brought our canoe, fishing gear, fly and spin, and mountain bikes. In addition to the hammocking gear, we also brought 2 tents and 2 cots. We were going to use that at our base camp. More on that later. It was an 8-hour drive plus stops, so we brought my mom's old audiobooks by Gary Paulson. She used these to teach English as a second language to her students. I know these were written for kids, but they were one of my favorite parts of the trip, and I still keep them in my truck and listen to them over and over again during my commutes and other errand running. We headed north to the same area in the Chippewa National Forest that I've been fishing since I was a kid, but we wanted to explore more than the same campground and resort that we had always visited. We did camp at the campground about 1 mile northwest of the pin shown here for 2 nights. I originally planned to paddle in to one of the over 100 dispersed sites from base camp, then maybe paddle to another before getting a ride back. After some scouting on the first day, though, I realized that wouldn't be necessary. The Chippewa National Forest website mentions over 100 free dispersed campsites, but I hadn't found any maps marking them. Just look for them along the lakeshore. And so this was my plan, and why we needed a base camp. Then, about a week before the trip, I found this map online. It was a great help finding the nearby sites. On the scouting run, we looked at about 4 sites, mostly to see how well I could paddle into them. But I found one site that was so good I decided to focus on it. I had been driving past this road and others like it for decades, not knowing the gems they hide. Many of these roads are more for 4-wheelers, snowmobiles, and Jeeps, but this one turned out to be a lot more accessible, and I could traverse it even in my little 2-wheel drive truck. I had already driven down this road once on a scouting run the day before, so I knew what to expect. I also had 2 other 4x4s nearby to help me in case I got stuck. The only thing I was worried about was finding someone already camped at the site. Happy to find no one there.
Excellent.
It's not a long drive, but it felt as though we were as remote as ever down here. Someone had even left a bundle of firewood for the next campers, and there was also a nice pile of cut pine and lots of dead birch to harvest nearby. There was poison ivy everywhere though, so we had to be careful. This small section linking 2 lakes was perfect for paddling. I had actually found the site and set up camp while Gabe was out fishing with his uncles. After he joined me, we set up camp some more and decided to go check out the area on our bikes. To get to the site, D32, I had driven Road 3107 and noticed the 3107A loop. It was clearly too rough for my truck, but perfect for our bikes.
You're all right. It's too far. There's a lot though. It's all rotten. Here we come, bears. 2 people coming through on our bikes. Here we come. Here we come. Here we come, bears. You're a butterfly killer. You're a butterfly killer. Here we come, bears. Creepy looking tree. Here we come, bears. Couple of humans. Here we come, bears. Oh man, that's scary. All I could think of was if there's a big rut that's gonna take my bike one way and send me the other. I've done it before. Luckily it was on snow. Oh, sorry.
This is where Gabe saw a large snake. It looked like a garter snake, but I'm no herpetologist, and I've never seen one so big.
Oh, snake! Snake!
Ooh, it's just a garter snake. Don't worry.
I'm gonna pick it up then.
No. Let's go. Let's get moving.
It felt good to know what was around us. I stopped to pick up and drag a felled pine branch from the pile. It would double our firewood or make a nice cook stand. We were just getting started.
That was good, huh?